Hello there, welcome to the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney and welcome back to another video, another barbershop fragrance today, and this is from an Indian alt house. So I'm going to review or rather look at the alt of Tom Ford's Beau de Jour from the house of Muzna fragrances. I tried it a couple of times recently and I've been wowed by it. I'm going to talk about it in this particular video, telling you what the smell profile is like and why this is such a beautiful barbershop fragrance. All about it in the video. But before we get there, if you like the type of content that I bring, please hit the like button, subscribe and share. A lot of videos coming every day on new fragrances, classic fragrances, good alternatives from Middle East, Indian houses, all of that. And if that is the type of content that you kind of like watching, please hit the like button, subscribe and share, right? So let's get going right after this intro. You're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. All right, welcome back. Right, so this is a partial that I got from a fellow frag head, and this is quite I think it's aged for some time because you can see the sticker of Muzna is kind of all worn out, but there is a good amount of juice which I thought I should definitely try it because I kind of like this fragrance a lot. I'd heard about a lot about this from a lot of people. Whoever has spoken about good barbershop fragrances, definitely this is one of the names that comes up in any of those lists. Like Tom Ford's Beau de Jour is definitely one of the nice, winter barbershop, vintage barbershop fragrances out there, right? So what is this, right? So this is a fragrance that basically got lavender extract. It's got rosemary, mint, geranium, and I think amber and patchouli. That's predominantly the scent profile of this particular fragrance, with a couple of more elements like oak moss and rosemary as well. But ultimately you get something very nice. So let's do a quick spray. Wow. Now what you get on this is like something amazing. Okay, it's very loud. Okay, it's, when I say loud, it's a 3 feet plus kind of a projection kind of a fragrance, and lasting is insanely high. Okay, so I'll talk about lasting a little later, but I'll tell you what the scent profile is. You get a very manly, very gentleman-like, very talcum-like opening. You get that nice aromatic, powdery type of opening because of the lavender, and then you get hit by a nice spicy element of that rosemary, geranium, and all of that, followed by a good amount of amberness. Okay, now the patchouli element is there right at the top. You at the very opening also you get a very nice earthy patchouli, a dry patchouli type of a vibe, and then later in the part of the fragrance, when the fragrance transitions into more talcum, more sharper version of the lavender, that's also sometimes some place where you kind of experience that patchouli as well. And another thing that I kind of liked is you have rosemary and you have oak moss that brings that mossy green vibe to this particular fragrance and gives it a very sharp, clean, nice freshness that you want on this particular fragrance, right? Now, so like I said, it's something very unique that I tried in the recent few fragrances that I've tried, be it daddy issues that I've experimented with, or be it retro, or be it brute, or any of that. This is completely different because the talcum effect that you get along with that oak moss and rosemary and geranium is superb, but at the same time the ambriness of the fragrance and the patchouli part is superb. Again, it brings a very masculine, old school, vintage barbershop type of a fragrance that gives you that raw energy, freshness, at the same time nice beast mode performance. Beautiful fragrance that you gotta experience if you like barbershop fragrances. Now another element is, because of that lavender, you get that nice powdery effect, and that powdery effect is not smooth, it's very sharp, it's very raw kind of energy. It's really nice, right? Now performance on this one, I was easily able to get at least about, I think, close to about 8 to 9 hours easy. Okay, so it's on your apparel for a long time and performs even better. In fact, there are a couple of more fragrances that I would be reviewing in the days to come which perform even more louder, but this was superb in terms of performance. Easy 7 hours on skin, about 8 to 9 hours on apparel. In fact, a little more on apparel as well, right? Now, this is the type of fragrance that you would want to wear when you think that you had a clean shave and you're wearing a nice white shirt. You just want to go out there, and when you go out there, you want to be treated as somebody who is very masculine, very raw. You want to bring that male energy into the air. That is the type of fragrance this is. That's what I kind of felt, because this is superb in the way it is blended. Though this being an alt, it kind of smells very, very nice. Those green aromatics along with the lavender and the patchouli and the amber is just too good. And the lavender brings that nice talcum part, like I mentioned, and that rounds the whole fragrance as a whole. So you will like this fragrance if you like fragrances like denim. Okay, if you like fragrances like daddy issues, or any barbershop fragrances that are sharp, that have got a nice green vibe to it, green, nice little bit of that floral elements, but mostly the minty elements and geranium part of spiciness that brings up in a fragrance. And patchouli also brings a little bit of spiciness. On the whole, I think Muzna's Beau de Jour is superb. Now there are two versions of it. There is the EDP and the Parfum edition, but I think this is leaning towards the EDP, okay, and not the Parfum edition. Okay, so that is something that I'm very entirely sure. But I feel that if you're looking for a Tom Ford's Beau de Jour alt, then I think Muzna's Beau de Jour is superb. You can definitely consider it, and it should be pretty affordable as well. I think the 50 ml should be less than 1,000 rupees, and 100 ml should be about 1,500 or so. Lesser than that for sure. I'll put the prices in the description and in the video. You can definitely get in touch with Muzna's Zidane Buy to get this right. So yeah, so that's about this beautiful fragrance from the house of Muzna, which is the alt of Tom Ford's Beau de Jour, a very classic vintage barbershop fragrance for those people who like a green, talcum, sharp, a spicy kind of a fragrance. You should definitely give this a try. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe and share. For more barbershop fragrances or for more fragrance reviews, please follow the channel. See you until another time. Take care. Bye now.